To see why these cookies are so valuable, you need to understand the power of cross-referenced information. Simple facts, useless by themselves, can become very precious when combined. Together, these facts can be used to assign you to what's called an affinity group that indicates your preferences or likelihood to buy a particular product. For instance, if you read vegetarian recipes online, you may be much more likely than the average person to be interested in trying out a new yoga studio in your neighborhood. The chance that someone random will click on an ad for a golf vacation may be 1 in 10,000, but if you are male, it may increase to 1 in 1,000, and if you've looked up who won the Masters tournament, it may rise to 1 in 100. If you watch the entire Twilight movie trilogy, you may be inclined to purchase its soundtrack. But if you also watched Cosmopolis and Bellamy, you may be likely to buy a magazine featuring an interview with Robert Pattinson, who starred in all these movies. Or, most important, if you recently visited a web page for a specific product but didn't buy it, say a certain model of running shoes, you are far more likely to respond to an ad for that product if it is shown to you in the near future. The problem is that once you have left their website, the makers of those running shoes have no way to communicate with you again. So that's where the parties depositing the cookies on your computer come in. When you turn up somewhere else, for instance on a website to make a dinner reservation, they recognize you as the same person who looked at the shoes last week and can show you an ad reminding you of your interest. This, called retargeting, is one of the most valuable forms of online advertising today. Companies like Rocket Fuel have built elaborate mathematical models to predict how likely you are to respond to a particular ad from one of the advertisers that they represent. And they know, statistically speaking, just how much you are worth to each of those advertisers. So they know how much the advertiser can afford to pay to put a specific ad in front of you when you load a page. And that's where synthetic intellects come in.